Hi, today I'm going to talk with you about 10 things you can do outside of your EMDR therapy sessions to support your healing. Hi, I'm Emma Coble. I'm a licensed professional counselor in Colorado. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that EMDR is it can be an incredibly difficult process. It's really amazing. It's really helpful for anxiety, for trauma, for healing things that talk therapy just will not get at. And it is work. And some of that work is done in the therapy room, and some of that is actually done outside of our sessions together. So that is why taking care of yourself and paying attention is so important between your sessions. So the first thing, which your therapist has probably shared with you, is to utilize like the self-tapping that you've been doing or learning in your session. So some of my clients like to kind of do a bear hug and alternately tap while envisioning their safe place or envisioning being with an ally, if that's helpful for you. You can also alternately tap on your legs or the side of your legs. When we are engaged in the bilateral stimulation, it's very soothing for our nervous system. And it also, self-touch can also make you feel tended to and loved. Even, this is not the bilateral stimulation, but even like putting a hand on your heart and saying like, I'm here, I love you, I care about this suffering, is a really good way of just showing yourself some care and showing yourself some love. So the next thing, and this kind of goes along with the first, is to try and practice some mindfulness in your daily life. So this doesn't have to look like anything fancy. It doesn't mean you need to wake up and meditate for 20 minutes every day or something like that. This could just be like applying maybe a little breathing technique when you're feeling stressed. So maybe that's like inhaling for 4 counts, holding it for 4 counts, exhaling for 4 counts, and then holding that for 4 counts, which is the box breathing technique. Or maybe it's noticing 5 orange things in the room, 4 things you see, 3 things you taste, 2 things you smell. So applying these methods to kind of ground you in the here and now is a really nice way of just staying present, as well as just allowing yourself to check in periodically throughout the day with like how you're feeling and where you are. The next thing is get into nature. This is one of my favorites, and living in Colorado, if you live there, it's something I think a lot of people really value and love to do. But nature is incredibly therapeutic for us, and for many of my clients, myself included, it even feels like a spiritual experience to be in nature. It can remind you of your sort of how small you are in the universe, but it can also make many of us feel taken care of and seen and supported. So maybe just go outside, go into the mountains a little bit, or just go to a park nearby. I have a blog about parks in Denver you could visit. Go to the beach if you live near a beach, but allow yourself to feel grounded and held and in nature. The next thing is to let your inner child do what that inner child needs to do. So whether that's cry, maybe it is feel it all, like have a cry session, and maybe she wants to write to you, or maybe she wants to get out a stuffed animal and just cry with that stuffed animal, or punch a pillow, or maybe she wants to play. She wants to go do something fun. She wants to draw, she wants to dance, she wants to sing or laugh, or like make a mess and do some weird art project. Let that kid live her life and enjoy in ways that maybe she didn't get to as a kid, or feel things in a way she didn't get to as a kid. The next is to, and this is number 5, to talk to someone you trust, and if you want to, and if that feels good and safe for you, this vulnerability and connection with other people can really help with the healing process and make us feel seen if it's with someone who we can really trust, who's a good person to share with. Another thing that you can do is just write it down, and that's number 6. If you do not feel like talking to someone else, or even if you do, you might try just venting, writing it out, writing a list of the things you're learning, maybe writing a letter to your inner child, writing a letter from your inner child to yourself can also be a really nice one. And we mentioned this with the inner child, but maybe you need to just cry, laugh, whatever, release some stress. The other thing I want to say is like, try to do one nice thing for yourself every single day. Wake up every day and think, how gentle and loving can I be with myself today? So maybe that's making your favorite coffee, or taking a long shower, or going for a walk, or treating yourself to something that you want that day. Letting yourself lounge a little bit longer in bed, whatever it is, try and do something gentle and kind for yourself every day. So number 9 goes along with this, which is treat yourself like you would a loved one. Treat yourself like you would your own child, or like you would treat a beloved young person in your life, or like you would treat your best friend, someone you really care about. Offer yourself kindness and patience, and know that healing cannot be rushed, and you're exactly where you need to be right now. And the last one is just reflect on how far you've come. EMDR is a journey, and it can be tough at times. And just the fact that you're doing it, and that you're showing up, and that you're doing this work is incredible. So give yourself a pat on the back. We often look at where we want to go without a lot of regard for how far we've come. So I hope you can remember that. And yes, good luck in your healing journey. If you live in Colorado and you're interested in EMDR, reach out to me and we can talk and do a phone consultation. Okay, thanks.